Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well today. This is just going to be a super quick video discussing with you how you can find your sources for each major project we will use in this class and beyond. So, one of the quickest ways to get to the Wake Tech Library site is just to jump over to Google. You can type Wake Tech Libraries, it'll pop up right here. Of course, you can do that from our homepage too. You will see that when you get here, there's going to be a few different options. Now, for this class, you're always going to want to click on Search Databases, which will then, of course, take you to this page. Now, this page is really useful not only because it shows you the resources by subject, but it also has the databases listed alphabetically if you're looking for a specific discipline. Alphabetically is, of course, important, as are some of these different subject links. There is also on the left-hand side a chance to chat with a librarian, which I know has helped me even as an instructor as I'm writing in the past, as well as students I've spoken with. So, what I would advise doing, of course, if you want to begin with NC Live, you can. What I advise being a little bit more productive in most cases would be going down to General Multidisciplinary, and then you'll see these are some multidisciplinary databases. All of them are great. You can click through them. For instance, if you know you're writing about a science issue or health related issue, maybe COVID or something related, maybe this is a good place to start. But I always like to start with ProQuest Central. Now, with ProQuest Central, as with any of these, you're just going to want to sign in using your Wake Tech criteria. So it's going to take you to probably a home page where you do that, but you can see that because I am already, well, we'll see. I may or may not be signed in. We'll give it just a second. Okay, so I was already signed in. If you are not, it will have you sign in with your Blackboard key account info. And this is important. Make sure you check full text and peer reviewed because all of the sources we work with in here have to be both full text and peer reviewed. So you can't have just a snippet of a text, and you also cannot use, say, a newspaper article, a magazine article, and I'll show you how we can limit those out in just a moment. So I'm just going to make up a topic. We will say that I'm writing about cyberbullying and maybe its effects or arguments regarding the effects of it. So I'm going to go ahead and search for that. And what you'll see on the left-hand side are a few different references to some of the areas, or I guess outlets, genres rather, that we are not allowed to use. So magazines and trade journals, conference papers, all of those are still great. It's just that they haven't gone through the process that's needed for this course. So this course engages more in research-based ideas that can't be as easily debunked and that are backed up in research, as well as taking more of an academic approach. So newspapers tend to be very biased, as do magazines. They're writing to a different audience. What you want to do for this class, because every source has to be published within the last 3 years that we work with, is just go ahead and type a few years ago. So I'm going to put 2021 to 2024. And you just have to put the date because the computer will auto-generate the months for you. And what you'll see is that when I did that, it limited things down to 4,100 something results. Now, the other thing you want to do is click on scholarly journals. So make sure that however the option is there, that you have applied the filters 2021 to 2024, or whatever the years are, the last 3 years, and that you have used scholarly journals. Please let me know if you've got any questions about this process. Now, one of the last things I will say is that as you go through and look at the scholarly journals, remember it's imperative that we work with different areas of study, that you're trying to engage in what we'd call a multidisciplinary approach. Sometimes you'll be able to tell what the discipline is from the journal name. So this one's obviously the field of psychiatry here. But if you ever can't, just know that if you go to full text, typically when you click this link over here, abstract details, that stuff will come up. Another option would be that you can always Google the name of a journal title, and it will tell you what the area of study is, which is really important to remember. It'll take you to the home page. But what you can see here is that psychiatry, or psychology rather, actually, so it's good we looked, is listed right here. So it just kind of gives you a shortcut to figure out, well, what area of study am I working with, so that I know if this area of study is different from another one, if that's what's required of an assignment. And you want to make sure as well that you keep in mind you can click full text PDF. So this is a wonderful feature because it actually allows you to look through the viewer-friendly, accessible version of a piece. So as you're going through, you can actually take the time to see the charts and visuals that are integrated throughout the documents. And you'll have the pagination. So for citing either an APA or MLA, depending on the assignment, you can see for this one, the pages are up here. And I'm not sure why my screen is doing that. Sorry. And if you look over here on the left-hand corner, you'll see that there's also some information that goes in the works cited. So 14 would be the volume number, 312 would be the issue number. You've got the name of the journal here, so on and so forth. Hopefully this video was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out, and do remember librarians are a great resource also. I look forward to seeing what you produce.